Barakat, dear humanity, dear human beings. Today, the topic we are looking at is health in an Islamic perspective, or spiritual Islamic perspective. With the question we're going to ask, how do you protect your heart from diseases and your brain, because your heart is a very, very special organ in your body as well as your brain. Why do we have to start with the heart as well as the brain? Because of the importance of being health, one's heart has to be in very good condition, and that responsibility to ensure that your heart is very healthy entirely relies on you as an individual. Your brain and your heart to be in good health, that responsibility entirely is in your hands as living human beings. When you become of age, after your mother's whatever, that responsibility is handed over to you, either by the Most Holy Glorified Almighty Allah and by Mother Nature, as well as your parents. So we are going to look at the heart as well as the brain. My people, not many months ago, I did tell you that a human brain was created when Allah laid down His most holy, beautiful name as a signature, as a foundation. That foundation, which if we are to go back and look at that very special signature that interprets the foundation base of the brain of a human being, whereby we looked at the Arabic theoretical holy signature of Allah, in which the name Allah is the name Allah, the most holy, beautiful name Allah, how it is written in the Arabic theoretical characters or symbols. With that, in that very holy, special signature of the most holy, beautiful name of Allah, we saw that the name Allah is written as it has sections. Those sections, they are about 5 sections of that name, most holy, beautiful name of Allah. But the way it is interpreted, the way it is explained as a holy, most holy, beautiful signature of the brain, because the brain was created by Allah, and with that He signed it, because the brain is one of the most important part of a human body, and they have the brain and the heart. These two organs or whatever, they are very, 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 very important for a human being to be able to live a normal life. So with that, the most holy, glorified Almighty Allah signed the brain of a human being with a holy signature, a holy, most holy proof and evidence of His name. If you are to examine how the name Allah is written in Arabic, theoretical whatever, with theoretical characters or symbols or signatures, that name, the most holy, beautiful name Allah, shows the brain, the two sections of the brain. If you are to view the brain from the forehead, it looks how the name Allah is written in Arabic theoretical symbols. It looks like as if it's a W, because it has a left section and a right section, or a right section and a left section. With the left section, there is what we call it looks like a continuous W. If we are to put it in the other alphabetical characters known to mankind, if you are to view the brain signatures, or the most holy, beautiful signature of Allah who created the brain of a human being, He signed it with His most holy, beautiful name, which it looks like, or which has two sections, major sections. A right section, which looks like a U, as well as the second section, which looks like a U joined to a U, to the first U, which is the right section, and this left section. And then on the left section, there's a continuous kind of symbol. And those symbols, if we are to view the brain of a human being from the ears, from the side of your skull, or from the side of the head of a human being, it will show you 5 subsections. 5 subsections. Those 5 subsections are also carefully and very, very clearly depicted, they are shown very, very clearly in that most holy, beautiful, holy signature of the name Allah. Because if we are, we will look at that the next time, but the main reason why we are looking at it, your health, you as a living human being, you have to make sure that your health is in very, very good health. Start with your brain as well as your heart. How do you look after your heart as well as your brain? Allah has laid down very, very special, holy, divine laws that governs the human body. In those divine laws, there are things that Allah has forbidden us to eat. There are things that Allah has forbidden us to drink. There are things Allah has forbidden us by divine holy, either divine holy laws, divine holy prescriptions, or by divine holy directives. Let's look at what is it that can protect a human brain from being damaged either by what they eat, because once you hurt your brain or you damage any of your brain structures, brain neurons and what have you, that will automatically apply to every organ in your body. Why is it that? Because the brain neurons execute every requirement of the entire other internal organs of a human body, including the skin, how they should be able to function in a very normal way, which was laid down by Allah. That way, if you were to hurt any of the brain neurons, rotational sequencing structures and functions, that means every other part of your body too is damaged. That includes the heart, the kidneys, as well as you name it, any organ in your body will be put out of action because of a single obstruction or damage to even a single brain neuron in your body. If you're to have damage in either one brain neuron in your skull, in your brain, that will cause the heart to go out of its sequencing, natural, balanced, rotational order, and that will cause will put out all other body organs in your body out of their rotational sequencing cycles, including the red and white blood cells. So with that, as human beings, Allah laid down very, very special, holy divine laws that governs men from hurting themselves or damaging themselves. For instance, the law that prohibits men from consuming alcohol. One of the reasons why Allah laid down the law that prohibits men from consuming alcohol, or men and women from consuming alcohol, is because alcohol is one of the deadliest substance, drug, that a human body does not know and does not have the mechanism to kind of stop the damage which is done by toxins which are found in alcohol. They are very deadly toxin gang toxins within any alcohol content. Any alcohol, whatever, it contains a gang, a toxin, a very deadly toxin that once the toxin of alcohol enters the human body, what it does, it will go straight and damage and kill the electrical spasms. Electrospasms are the brain and the heart of every red and white blood cell. Without electrospasm in a red and white blood cell, it's useless. Without a normal, balanced, well-balanced, a healthy red and white blood cell, which its electric whatever at its highest normal structures. Without that electrical spasm in a red and white blood cell, your red and white blood cell is as well as carrying cancer cells within your system. So with that, once you consume alcohol toxins, gang, straight away attacks the electrical spasms in a red and white blood cell and kills it. It damages it, it kills it, or it disables it, but it kills it. Once the red and white blood cell loses that ability or is killed, whatever, what will happen is that there won't be no electrical whatever to the brain neurons. There will be no electrical spasms within the brain neurons. Or the brain neurons are responsible to make sure that this part of your body or the foot at the whatever needs this amount of whatever. So the red and white blood cell deposits what you call an electrical spasm, and that electrical spasm, as soon as it deposits in the brain whatever, the brain takes its whatever of the electric whatever, executes the requirements of the part of your body, and then releases that whatever, that red whatever, and that red and white blood cell takes what is required on that part of the body where the brain has made an execution and say this part of the body needs this and that. So with that, once the electrical spasm in a red and white blood cell are killed or they are damaged by alcohol toxin gang, then your body becomes disabled. Because the brain neurons goes into what we call a partial paralysis. Medical, a partial paralysis is as if your body is half dead. A medical brain paralysis or brain neuron paralysis, if it goes into a partial paralysis, let's say 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, that means the more it doesn't have an electric whatever, an electrospasm to spark and the brain neurons be able to execute whatever, that brain neuron damage is very big. If it goes up 5 minutes without any electric whatever, spasms that money allows the brain to execute its whatever its functions, rotation, cycle of every organ in the body and whatever. That means your brain, your body is half dead and your brain is in a very, very bad state. With that, Allah has said, my people, I created you and your bodies. Do not consume alcohol. Because first of all, as I said to you, the human body does not know or does not have the mechanisms how to remove alcohol, toxins. And the other thing is that because the alcohol toxic gang kills the electrospasm, and the electrospasm in every red and white blood cell, because once the red and white blood cell finds out that there's a substance or whatever in the body that is not required, they will go straight away and try to remove it. But once they attack the electrical, the toxic, whatever, the gunk or the toxin, alcohol, toxic, whatever, will just attack and kill the red and white blood cell, electrospasm. So it's disabled, the red and white blood cell is disabled. And on top of that, the body itself doesn't have any other mechanisms to remove any alcohol, toxins from the human body. So that causes the entire body to go into partial paralysis. After the brain neurons has gone into partial paralysis, the entire body will go into what we call half dead. With that, that's when men cannot stand on their two legs. When they are drunk, they are either staggering and they cannot make sense or any meaningful response. If they are asked a question, they cannot explain themselves, even let alone if you were to ask a drunken man or a drunken woman a question, she may find it difficult to explain herself, let alone standing on her two legs. So with that, Allah has laid down very holy, special, divine laws as prevention is better than cure, my people. You people practice medicine, use this whatever, but it says prevention is better than cure. Which is better than a holy divine law laid down as a prevention is better than cure. For you to prevent you human beings from putting your brains and your heart and the entire body organs out of their natural sequencing rotational order that manages your body to be healthy. So that way, I am just introducing you to a healthy, we are looking at your health. How are you supposed to protect your health from things that are very harmful to your brain or your heart? Because these are two very, very special organs signed by Allah with the holy signature, one of the most holy, beautiful signature of the name of Allah. As I explained to you in the beginning, that the name Allah, as it is written in the Arabic format, theoretical format characters, it shows the sections of the brain. If you are to look at the heart, how the name Allah looks, because when Allah explains the name Allah in the heart, it adds on Jalla Jalalah, Jalla Jalalah, Jalla Jalalah. It depends, but those are the two very, very, very special parts of the body. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was able to explain in the language that men did not. Because, my people, many of you modern men and women do not understand Muhammad. Whatever he explained to human beings, it was either you lost that knowledge somewhere, or you became kind of into what we call, you deviated and you conjectured your ways to suit your own desired lusts. Whereby, if a man wasn't feeling well after drinking alcohol the last night, he has what we call a hangover headache. He'll go in the pharmacy and they give him tablets. Well, as when he does that, he'll be doing more damage either to the brain as well as to the heart as well as to the entire body organs, the kidneys and what have you. So with that, it's recommended that human beings As I've said to you, you are all living Muslims on this planet. You are all living Muslims on this planet. Whether you like to hear it or whether you like to know it, but to prevent yourself from being a kind of a slave to disease, or to hand over your heart and your brain to a third party, what we call a third party scrupulous gambler, a man who calls himself a doctor. Look after your brain according to all the divine laws of the Holy Quran, as they were laid down by Allah, as prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. Do not consume alcohol. Do not get into dispute with your own body by doing things that are forbidden by Allah, by natural, holy, divine prescription of Allah's law. So with that, I will not go further than that, but I was just introducing you to a health review of how would you look after your heart to prevent it from being either taken over by a third party scrupulous gambler who says, I'm a doctor, who can split your chest and look after your heart. Or how do you prevent your brain from being damaged by your own whatever consumption of alcohol, as well as damaging every other organ in your body? So to prevent that, just follow the holy divine law, prescription and directive that do not touch alcohol. Do not put alcohol in your body. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.